Hello, everyone. Today we have Dr. C. Jayakumar, Vice President and Head Corporate Human Resources, Larsen and Toubro Limited. Congratulations, Mr. Jayakumar, on winning the OLX People HR Excellence Award under the category Best Innovation in Onboarding.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was a proud privilege for us. Thank you.
Thanks for taking out time and talking to us. To all my viewers in this big discussion with you, we'll try to find out what different things you introduce in your onboarding strategy, or I would also ask you to understand the thought process of L&T behind their onboarding and what made them the winner. So I won't delay this. I'll shoot my first question, and allow me. My first question to you, Mr. Jayakumar, is we have seen a drastic change in onboarding pre-pandemic era. We have seen a lot of innovation in onboarding as well. But this pandemic introduced some of the major changes. Do you agree with this statement that it has changed the entire process of onboarding? If yes, would you like to elaborate?
Yes, definitely. To start with, necessity is the mother of invention. So there was no other option. So we had to go in a different mode, first thing. As far as the L&T experience is concerned, first of all, I should only thank my CEO and MD, Mr. S. N. Subramanian, for two things. First thing is, in spite of that pandemic, he said, just go ahead and onboard all the people. Okay. In spite of the cash flow issues, work lockdown, so many things were there. The permission to go ahead. Second thing is, we went into a digital transformation not now 3 years back. So the whole company was going through a digital transformation. In the process, HR was also a part of the digital transformation. So we had a system where for the lateral recruits, we had something called a tidy for onboarding of the people. We had a recruitment system, we had a performance system, etc. But when it came all of a sudden, when it came that 900,000 people to be onboarded, we decided, yes, we will go on a virtual mode. First and foremost thing was, what is the platform? How will you do the whole thing? There are two options were left out, either Zoom or a team, or go for any other third-party platform, which like ETHR World and all has done their conferences. We went to that. We looked at various options. One is the customization. They said it will take some 14, 15 days to do all those things. Plus, not much of a confidence was there. By the time our internal IT team said, we can go by Microsoft Teams and we are there and we will call the Microsoft people. So we took a decision and went into the Microsoft Teams. We really had a lot of advantage. One is for the onboarding part of it, uploading of testimonials, getting the verification done, issue of the doing the formalities. We had the existing system available, which we used it. Then immediately transferred to the Teams for the whole process of induction program. We had certain very good advantage, 2-3 advantages. One is we could get faculty from different locations, right? Second is never in the history of L&T, board of directors have addressed all the GETs at any point of time. Okay, maybe with, either the CEO, MD comes and address, or sometimes finance person, or in some other occasion. Here, during that 17-day induction, we planned every alternate day, one director came and addressed the party, all the GETs for 1 hour, and then followed by a question answer session. It's a great opportunity for all the trainees to hear directly from that. Second is we could use multiple tools, gamification, we could use quiz, we could use leaderboards, so many things we could make it very, very interesting. Overall, the experience was really good. We never thought it will be so nicely it will be organized, including the ice-breaking session we could do using a separate, some of my millennials in my team said there is something called cohort or something. Using that, they did a nice icebreaker session also the previous day of the joining. So the overall, it went very smooth, very nice, and we are very happy about the whole process.
So, you got this award for your initiative, Prayag, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
We would like to know more about this initiative, like what were the thought process, what were the challenges in implementing that initiative, and how did you overcome? So would you like to share something about Prayag?
Prayag is a GET, PGET induction program. Okay. So first initial 2 days, we talk about the general overview of the organization. what is the L&T, the founders, the L&T, various groups of L&T, what is the value system, all those things. It will be a general induction for across. Then followed by that is we divide into two groups for construction and non-construction. We get into a 17 days of technical induction program on various topics which is planned. In earlier times, what was happening is this 2-day induction program will happen at one place in Chennai or in Mumbai. After that, this program is over, then we break it into groups, go to CTA. We have a training center in Mad and another center in Mysore. People will go there. They attend this program at different locations. When it came to the digital, we could have a one uniform practice across. But the only challenge was, first challenge I will tell you, which was the data security part of it. We immediately, when we said we will get into the virtual platform for induction, everybody agreed. Teams, we also said, okay, Teams we are being using, people will also be comfortable. But finally, a day of very short time. That time it was told that that link will be sent to the participant. Participant can click and then he can join. Somewhere we asked if the participant sends it to somebody else, whether he can join. Yes, they can join. Then it is an open link. Then we had a fear 900 trainees will join. If each one has sent it to his friend or sent it to put it in a common group, then 30,000, 40,000 people will join. So last minute, that was a big tension, and I have to go to my IT team. IT team said, yes, we will work out. Then it should be an L&T email ID. Then immediately before the induction itself, we created the email ID, sent it to all the participants in their Gmail and asking them to log in through that email ID. So that was the last. So we learned it. Next time we will not have this problem. So like that, couple of issues were there, but our IT team gave a full support. We could manage it, and it went on very smooth.
So that was a very big learning for you. That was a major key.
Yes, that was a learning.
So what are the few key things in your mind while designing a virtual onboarding plan for organization? This question is not only from L&T per se, but I'm just asking this from a generic point of view. What do you think are the key things as the people leader should have in mind while designing the virtual onboarding plan for their organization?
So let me not generally talk about designing an induction. It is known for people. First is, okay, as a normal program, you have to design what is the content, who is the participant, what is the objective of the program, what will be the takeaway, what are the contents to be covered, what is the duration, width and depth of the content, all those things to be mentally first decided. Then when it gets to an online, we have to look into 3-4 other areas. Very first is the data security part of it, which is that. Second is the user friendliness. The person should be in a position to click login inside, right? Now today people are being very comfortable with Zoom and Teams. Then the span of attention. Okay, if you're sitting in front of a screen, it is not easy like 2 days you can continuously sit. So the breaking of the sessions into smaller modules, so that easily the person can understand that, and converting all the modules earlier, whether it is PPT or a video or whatever the content, in line with the digital media, converting it is the next thing. And in between gaps, how do you keep them engaged? How do you ensure that learning takes place? Whether you can have a quiz, whether you can have a leaderboard, whether you can, and in between, we also very consciously did not entire technical program. Every afternoon session, we had something behavioral programs. In between, we had some simulations in between, so that in that 17-day, there is no monotony for the person, but at the same time, there is a storyline in which he moves across. So the learning takes place. At every touch points, we ensured that there's an attention is there, using the engaging of the participants by various techniques, leaderboards, in multiple things. Either it is a video, it is a simulation or a PPT. We converted certain things into a panel discussion. Certain things we brought an experience sharing by the old GETs who joined 2 years back, 3 years back. So we packed it in a very nice, interesting manner that 10 days, a lot of learning takes place. At the same time, there is no monotony of the screen and things go. Luckily, it went on well, thanks to my team, with which they took a lot of efforts and they put it up.
Since we spoke about virtual onboarding, since we spoke about Prayag as well, I have one question for you, Mr. Jayakumar, that everything has their pros and cons, and remote employees may feel less welcome. We have seen that. We have seen the surveys, and remote employees may feel less welcome and inclusive in the organization. What should companies do to treat them equally? And have you faced something like that? Have L&T has done something special for the remote employees?
And let me restrict it with the induction part of it. Okay. What was slightly missing in the whole program was peer to peer learning or knowing peer to peer. When in an induction, what happens? I am from NIT Calicut, he is from NIT Nagpur. We met in the induction program. 17 days we were together, so we became friends. So I have met you in the induction program. Then he also gets a feel that, oh, people from this institute are there, that institute are there. That was missing because you could not bring it in a virtual. Though we have a quiz and we put that the leaderboard is from NIT Surathkal, NIT this, but that personal touch was missing. Second thing, what was missing was the look and feel. Getting down to my headquarters in Chennai, in such a big campus, 5, 6 building, each building has won an international award. So when they walk inside the campus, they get a proud feeling of being in such a place. That definitely it was missing, right? Such a big, we have a Hawk Larsen Center, which is we call it as a museum. The whole history of L&T is there. If you take around fully digitalized, right from Larsen and Tubro, how they came, how they did. So that type of a thing we could not, which is a privilege for these GETs when they come to our regular induction. And that 1 week or 10 days will look like a festival in our campus, full of some 50 buses parked in one side and a lot of youngsters going around. So that feeling was missing. We cannot help it, but we had the other advantages of bringing different modules, different faculties, different type of experience, including directors speaking. So there's a plus and minus. So going forward, we should look at an hybrid mode. Definitely, we'll have to invite them to our campus to show those things at a later date whenever the opportunity is fine. So there is a plus, there's a minus, but we have to leverage both. Going forward, I think we should use a nice hybrid method of doing pre-joining engagement can continue same, including medical, testimonial verification, everything. When they come inside, we can start with based on the situation, we can do that. It should be a hybrid model.
Okay, so you partially answered my last question. So if you have to choose between virtual onboarding or physical onboarding programs, which one will you go for?
We will have a hybrid. See, we have lot of plus in the virtual, because the right once today we have done. Next year, I think right from the day the offer is given, my engagement will start now, because we are used to, we have done it. So we are right from the using the micro learning or our ATL programs, keeping updated about the projects. In fact, we also used augmented reality to take them to Hazira. Sitting in their home, they went to our whole Hazira campus. Literally, they moved across and saw the factories and other things they saw. So technology is so much advanced today. They had a good experience of seeing the Hazira campus. We will start with the learning. Onboarding will also be including medical. Everything will be online. Onboarding will be online. We will do the pre-joining courses like code of contact, value systems, Bosch. Different things can be then we can base, if the situation improves, we'll bring them back to there for an induction. Then it will be in hybrid model. Otherwise, we continue with that and bring them back to our campuses whenever we time.
That's great that they visited the Hazra campus and no need to book tickets, hotels, traveling, conveyance, everything, just technology.
Biggest thing is, Abed, the branding. Today, this time, the 900 GET is not only attended, I think their parents or brothers and sisters or also would have had an opportunity to get a feel of what is L&T, because they're attending it from the home, right? That was in the back of our mind. When I'm sitting in my, my son has got a job in a big company and if he's going through an induction, I have a tendency to ask him how it is going, right? He's sitting inside and attending. Yeah. So
that's a good thought. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Jayakumar, for talking to me again. We are
Abed. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Yeah, very nice.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.